How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Let's Turn 2, and today we're doing another episode of Talking Tuesdays, where I just pick a topic or two in the baseball world to discuss, and we also will sort through some cards just for the visual aspect, but really the main focus is on the topics at hand. 2 weeks ago, I debuted this mini-series where we discussed Aaron Judge's overall season rather than just looking at the home runs. So if you haven't already checked that video out, go back and check it out. It was a lot of fun. So, all right, this box, the cards we're going to look at here should all be rookies, probably 2 to 4 years ago. So maybe it's been a little while since we've seen any of these. Gonna be fun. And we're going to talk today about both AL and NL playoff pushes as the season is now in its home stretch. We have a week left, most teams with 7 to 9 games left. Truth be told, I am recording this on Monday evening, so I'm not aware of any final score from today. So when it comes in relation to when I say teams are a game back, a game ahead, whatever, that might be off just a little bit. So I wanted to get this video made so it could be out Tuesday morning, because given that it's Talking Tuesday, what better day for it to come out than on a Tuesday? So let's start here with Yordan Alvarez as we begin with the American League. The Astros are going to have the 1 seed, and they are going to have that first round bye, along with the Yankees, who are going to have the 2 seed. They haven't clinched the AL East just yet, but they will. So those two teams, Houston and New York, they're going to have the first round bye. They'll have 5 days off between the end of the regular season and going into the division round. So yeah, you can tell me, do you think having 5 days off at this point in the season, do you think that's an advantage or do you think it's a disadvantage? I think it is an advantage, because you can get your rotation set if your team is having some injury concerns. Fitting that as I say that, we passed the Mariners. Julio Rodriguez just went on the 10-day IL over the weekend. So, you don't think a team like Seattle would certainly love to have 5 days off to get him healthy and ready to go for a playoff push. So yeah, I do think it is an advantage, but I can understand people who would say that it's not so much. So anyways, so that's 1 and 2. 3 would be the Cleveland Guardians. They clinched the Central over the weekend, so they will host all potentially 3 games of the wild card round series, and they will face whatever team finishes with the lowest seed, which would be the 6th seed. They will host those games, and as of right now, the 6th seed would be the Mariners. 4 and 5 would be the Blue Jays, holding that 4 spot, and 5 would be the Tampa Bay Rays. So if things stay as they are, which I think they will, I think it's going to be those 6 teams. I know Baltimore mathematically has a chance, but they're 4 back. That's a lot to make up in a week, so I think Seattle is safe despite that Julio Rodriguez injury. I think they're safe. They're going to get in as the 6th seed, but I don't think they will pass either Tampa Bay or Toronto. So you would be looking at the wild card round being Seattle at Cleveland, and then really the toss-up is who's going to host the 4-5 matchup between Toronto and Tampa Bay. As of right now, it would be in Toronto, but it's so close. Those 2 teams are so close. Really, all 3 teams are close. But again, I gave my reason for why I don't think Seattle will necessarily catch the other 2. Let me know if you think I'm wrong on that, though. Do you think maybe Seattle thrives without Rodriguez here in this last week? And they do pass one of those teams. So, all right. Or am I wrong? Should Baltimore be more in play? Should I be giving them more of a chance? Do you think Seattle just drops off and maybe Baltimore finishes 7-1, 8-0, whatever, and they make their way into the playoffs? But, all right, so that's the American League. We then go into, speaking of the American League, how disappointing were the White Sox this year? I think just about everyone, including myself, had them winning the Central, and they're going to finish double digits back of Cleveland. So congratulations to Cleveland, but really disappointing for the White Sox. In the National League, your 1 seed is going to go to the Dodgers. They've had that locked up for quite a while, so they're going to be the 1 seed. Their only question is how many wins do they end up with? It's going to be north of 110, I would think, at this point. The 2 seed, very much in play. It's interesting. The 1 seed and 3 seeds are locked in. The Dodgers, they'll get the bye and the 5 days off. The 3 seed is locked in with the Cardinals. They have not won the Central yet, but they will. They cannot move up or down, so they're going to be the 3. They will host the wild card round, but that 2 seed right now, you're looking at the Mets. They have led the East the majority of this season, but all of a sudden Atlanta has been, not even all of a sudden, Atlanta has been playing great for a while now, the last couple of months. They're only a game and a half back, so, Atlanta, even though right now they're the 4 seed and would have to host the wild card, they are very much in play to take the East and get the bye, so it's really going to be fun to watch here over this last week what happens there. A lot at stake, really, so there you go. Right now it would be LA, New York, and St. Louis as your division winners, and then your 4 through 6. No matter what, the AL East winner will at least host the wild card game. Whoever doesn't win the AL East, they will host it as the 4 seed. And right now the 5 seed, you're looking at San Diego. Boy, I have a lot of Eloy Jimenez rookie cards I kind of forgot about. But all right, so yeah, whoever doesn't win the East will at least host the wild card game, which will likely play against San Diego. They're the 5. And then you have Philadelphia, who hasn't been playing very well. They are down in the 6th seed, and they are a game and a half up on the Brewers, who are the only team left in the National League that has a chance. The Brewers, as I said, there's a nice Aaron Judge rookie from opening day. The Brewers are a game and a half back, but really, they're 2.5 back because there are no play-in games this year. If there's a tie, it's going to go to the regular season head-to-head, and the Brewers would lose that to both San Diego and Philadelphia. So really, they're 2.5 back, and even though they're in a better position than, say, Baltimore, I still think 2.5 with a week to play is a lot to make up. So I'm going to say, sorry Brewers fans, sorry Orioles fans, I'm going to say the 12 teams for the playoffs are locked in. We're just kind of looking more for the positioning with some things. And of course, here we go with the Mets. And of course, the AL East is definitely still in question. So it would be, if what I'm saying happens, it would be Philadelphia playing at St. Louis for 3 games, a best of 3, and then it would be San Diego going to Atlanta, with the possibility of San Diego going to New York if the Braves were to overtake the Mets. There's a nice Juan Soto. We were just mentioning the Padres. Juan Soto, obviously now a Padre. So, all right, that's going to do it. We will have our best catch. Even though these are cards that I already own, we will still have our favorite card of the video. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Should I be giving the Orioles or Brewers more credit? Am I crazy to think that Atlanta has a legitimate shot to overtake the Mets? I said back in the spring that my World Series matchup was Atlanta and Toronto, and that's a long shot to actually happen, I would say, at this point. So I'm going to stick with Atlanta. I'll make that prediction. Atlanta overtakes the NL East. And yeah, why not? I'll still stick with it. Toronto, Atlanta in the World Series. Sorry, Aaron Judge, the Yankees. That would mean the Yankees will not get there. And sorry, Yordan Alvarez. That means that the Astros would not get there. So, all right, my favorite card. All due respect to Aaron Judge, the focal point of Talking Tuesday episode 1. We'll set that one to the side. And we're going to go ahead and give the video's best catch to the short print 2020 Series 1 of Yordan Alvarez. And one final thing, we're going to give a shout out to Albert Pujols on Friday night in Los Angeles, hit home runs 699 and 700, the 4th player to ever reach 700 home runs. Congratulations to Albert Pujols. Despite being a long-time 30-plus year Giants fan, I do live in St. Louis, so that has definitely been a story all year long. So congratulations. We will see Pujols in the playoffs. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope to see you on the next one, and take care.